Welcome to this BaconBits video. We're going to take a look at how to set screen lockout timers and sleep timers on Windows using states. To start off with, let's go ahead and go over to our states. And here I've created one called Set Power Options. Before we get started, one thing I want to point out is that we have a lot of state templates for LGPOs available in our GitHub repo. So here you can see after going to Windows, LGPO, in this case Computer and System, be able to scroll down through the various folders which are going to match up with the same ones in the GPO editor and choose something like Power Management, where I can then see some of the states that I'm going to be using in just a moment. So here I've already selected the states and configured these for setting how long it takes for the display to be turned off. Then another one for how long until the system itself sleeps. And then I have my inactivity timer down here. I've also used some variables. So I have different ones for monitor timeout up here, sleep timeout, and I'll actually go ahead and insert this one for inactivity timer. Down here. Like so. So with our state, let's go ahead and convert it to a profile, and then I'll push it out to a machine. So go to Actions, and to Profile. Let's call it Power Options Demo, and I want it to run on Windows, and a refresh rate of every 60 minutes is perfectly fine. Alright, now we have a profile, we'll deploy it to a group. On the Profiles page, I'll select Actions and Deploy. And then I have a test group I've created here with my single VM in it, Dave Test Group. And let's take a look at the job itself. And I'll just fast forward while we wait for this one. Now the job is done, we can take a look at the log. So here we can see I have my settings for turning off the display while plugged in, on battery, and the various configurations we had before. Now, if I take a look at the VM itself, which I have right here, give me a second here to log in. And let's take a look at the group policy editor. So under the group policy editor itself, we can go to admin templates and then system. Just like the previous folder structure we saw over in the GPO side on GitHub. Power management. In this case, we can look at video and display settings, and we'll see just like our state configured, it's now been set to 900 seconds for these. As well as we peek at the other one for sleep settings, we have sleep timeout on battery and sleep timeout while plugged in. Those have been configured as well. Of course, if we go to the security side, we'll see the one for the lockout timer too. So before we move on, let's just take a look at the state one more time. So I go back to Bacon, back to my states. And here, all I really had to do was set up some variables. So I'm using this set command up here, and then plug those variables into the various inputs here. Everything else was actually just copy and pasted straight from GitHub, with the exception of this guy. I did make this computer policy one for the machine inactivity limit. That was a pretty simple, again, just research, then copy and paste from what it said in the GPO editor. So you can kind of see here with the templates we've made, it's very easy to make these own configurations for yourself. So thanks for joining us in this BaconBits video, and we'll see you next time.